Today we're going to talk about a very important part of the business that's called building a profitable business chassis. You see, the thing that I really want to put across is this, that we're going to put in the hard work anyway. We might as well make sure that we get more return out of it. If you're going to put in so much hard work to gain a ringgit, a dollar of revenue, you might as well make sure that it's that dollar of revenue is going to work really, really hard for you. Therefore, you generate more profitability. The last thing you want is that you do all this work and you get to the end of the year, yes, I doubled my revenue, and I'm just going at the end of the year, yeah, how come I'm not paying myself dividends? How come I don't see a lot of profit? How come I'm still having cash flow problems? It's because of the business chassis. Let's talk about one very, very important part. We talked about the revenue stream. For those of you who are watching the videos, revenue stream is one of the first parts that I talk about in the business model canvas. Most people will know the business model canvas. The BMC is a very, it's online everywhere. It's kind of a trademark resource, but people have been using it everywhere. And I of course have used the business model canvas. Of course, it was built by a great company that have shared this resource with everybody. So revenue stream is a very important part of the canvas. Why? Because it's how we make money. And how we make money comes from the products and the services that we sell. And of course, there are so many different products and services. One would say, okay, a product is easier to sell because I can touch and hold it. Yeah. And of course, if it's a service, it's intangible, it's invisible, I can't see it. So how do I package it? How do I sell it? But products and services are very much different. How are products and services a little bit different is that you have to realize that different products, different services carry different price points. They carry different margins. Some products and services are so easy to introduce yourself. And then it's very easy for people to take action. It's very, very easy for people to just say, hey, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna try it, okay? You're new to me, I've never come across your company before, but I saw your Facebook ad, I saw your Google ad, boom, okay, you know what? Let's give it a shot. So you've got products for that, and then you've got products that you wanna make more money from. Yeah, so you have to be able to understand the different products that bring the margins and different products that really is a very small bump to overcome, especially when you're doing marketing and there are a lot of first-time customers that are doing business with you. All right, and we got to talk about, okay, the products and services are also different from a standpoint. Number two, your sales gestation. Your sales gestation is a very important time period to measure, because from the start of the inquiry right till the end of a collection, getting money in through the bank account, how long does it take to close that sale? And sometimes there are some products that take 3 months, 6 months, 12 months to close a sale. Yeah, and sometimes you can't run from it. Sometimes that's just the nature of the industry, the product. For instance, if you're selling property, yeah, it's not going to be sold in one day. Some yes, but you've got to wait for the bank approval, you've got to wait for all these different processes to come through before it is considered a closed sale. So that's sales gestation, and sometimes you can't avoid it. But where you can, just start to have a look at the sales cycle. How long does it take? Sometimes if you have an auction, you might want to have a shorter sales cycle. That probably doesn't make you that much money, but it keeps paying for your overheads. And of course, once you get in the sale, however small the amount, it gives you an opportunity to sell something bigger later. The third one is, simple to understand. Some products, especially if they are in the premium revenue stream of basic, premium, and support, if you've seen the videos, some premium products are really quite hard to understand. And so you want to be able to market a simple to understand product that you don't really have to explain too much about, and you want to be able to increase some of that pain point easily, instead of have to go into a half an hour explanation. And some people don't have that time, especially when they're reading your ad or they're turning the page and looking at your brochure. You want to be able to avoid some of that lengthy explanation. So some products you might want to use at the beginning, because it's easy to understand. When I say at the beginning, it's the beginning of the life of that first time experience with that customer or that prospect. Okay. Now your revenue stream is also very important because it builds a pipeline of different products and services. And the last thing that we want as a business is that we only have one thing to sell. Okay, if you only have one thing to sell, okay, you can't take advantage of average dollar sale. Average dollar sale is the third way. It is a third way where we increase products to increase transactions to existing customers to buy. So one thing that you really have to avoid is if you have only one thing to sell, oh gosh, get more things. And you see, that's the thing as well that I've learned in coaching. We get very creative, yeah, as entrepreneurs. You may have one thing to sell. I only have, for example, thanks a lot, Nanda. Yeah, great learning, more products to cater for more people. And you see, more products at different price points to cater to different levels of conversion for your customers. Yeah, now this is very, very important because when you can do that, you're going to be able to enable different levels of customers to do business with you. Not everybody is going to come at a level where they are ready to split with $3,000. But if you have something that $200 or $100, you just really, wow, let's go for it. Building the pipeline, and as I shared, basic, premium, and support, it's truly important to have different products, and how you structure those products is going to be important. Now I want to say this as well. I probably gave this example, but I recently spoke to a client, and they're doing a whole ton of YouTube marketing. So they've got this really intense advanced program where they charge something like $1,500 or $2,000 for a YouTube marketing program where they do a lot of the work for you. They look at the analytics, they build some videos for you, they do some production, so it's really cool. And then they came to me and they said, Maresa, I wanna sell more of this. And I said, okay, how many takers have you got? And they said, well, we've not had any takers. And I'm going, yeah, well, maybe it's too expensive. No, this is a very, very good product, and I think it's priced just right. I said, okay, why don't we chunk down this awesome product, because every entrepreneur will think their products are awesome, okay? Why don't we chunk this down into a simpler format? Don't give so much, give a simple basic analytic report. Just take 10-15 minutes to go through their YouTube channel and then come up with a one-page report and do a debrief with them and say you'll charge $80 to $100 for it. Does that sound fair? Sure. Okay. So do you think there are going to be takers? They build this product and then they build a seminar and a program around it, and they offered some basic YouTube 101 to some professional channels, and boom, they converted people into the basic product that they otherwise would not have sold, because they were trying to sell that awesome, inverted comma, product for the last 6 months, but they could not get anything through. Why? Because probably there's too much explanation, required so much customization, required so much explanation that the salespeople could not even understand that premium product. And when they created a basic one, it was an opportunity for people to see what they did, experience it a little bit more, and said, hey, you know what? We really want to do more for our YouTube channel. Why don't we invest a little bit more, because we already see you're the right partners to work with. Boom. So basic and premium is a very important part. And then what they did was they could leverage their marketing harder with a basic product, not a premium product. All right, so this is some important parts of building the pipeline, that you don't just build it with one type of product. Aircon contractor, great friend of mine as well, and he came across to me and he says that his part of the business was about bringing the electricity and the current back into a building once there's a blackout. And I'm going, whoa, that's so cool. And he says, well, that's where we make all our money. Well, by the way, we kind of service some aircons lah, you know, in offices, you know, 4 or 5 aircons. We do that as a favor to friends. And I'm going, wow, that's cool. How much does it pay? Ugh, not much. Yeah, it's like probably the margin's like $50 per aircon or something like that, per office, sorry. And we're going, really? And it says, yeah, you know, we do it when we're not busy and when there are no buildings that are blacked out, you know. Okay, so how often are buildings blacked out? I don't know. It can be any. I said, yeah. How often does lightning strike? That's a very difficult probability. So I said, wow. So you spend a lot of time waiting. Yeah, that's why we got to keep ourselves busy. We've got 2 teams, and sometimes we just don't get enough business because there's not enough lightning. I'm like, wow. So that was a really interesting conversation. But then he was leaving something on the table. He was leaving his basic product on the table. Basic product is, you know, explaining that, look, you know, we can service your air conditioning systems. You know, you come into an office, there are at least 10, 20 units, and you make a bit of simple margin from that, but it keeps your team busy with that capacity. And then eventually you've got your lightning strikes. Those are your premium products. And I kid you not, he says, well, that's where all the margin, the high profit margins come from this service that he does, because he's one of the few in Klang Valley that can do that. I'm going, wow. So premium and basic is very, very important, but you've got to have several products in there so that you can upsell. Support, very, very interesting as well. Support are like, you know, if you're in the kind of business where you're a little bit more project based, could be interior design, could be training, yeah, and then you're done with the training. One very, very good USP Vyasa sent to me last week was unlimited training as a refresher. You know, once you've gone through a certain level of programs in his company, you get an unlimited training. Wow, that's awesome USP. See, that's a great opportunity to create some support products as well, where people can pay a small amount monthly or quarterly or yearly, where they can still be part of your community, and that creates some level of retention. They know they can always come back, and you're maintaining your influence to continue educating and inspiring them in that area of yours. Yeah, so if you can do that as well, that is amazing. Works as a relationship.